Hello Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 5th to the 11th, so when I'm posting, I'm late, I know. My system actually crashed and I'm pretty sure Mercury retrograde is coming, so that explains it. Always affects me as a Virgo, so irritates me every time. But anyways, love you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's jump straight into your reading, okay? Alright, for Cancer, please. Okay. As always, I'm just going to pull the cards out first, my lovelies, and then I will tell you what I'm seeing. Ooh, very nice. This is very interesting. You're going to get a lot of clarity this week. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Now, I don't know if some of you had like an intuitive feeling that something wasn't going to work out, or that something, or it could just be a path. It doesn't have to be anything like drastic, but I'm just kind of getting a sensing that Spirit's like, actually this way. This way is your way. Like, so maybe you were going to do something, or you were already doing something and felt like you were being derailed, but actually you were being put on the right path. Like, that's the kind of imagery that they're sending me right now. So the messages I'm getting. And they're saying I'm speaking some truth here. Love that. Thank you. But this is interesting to come up here because you're getting a message to confirm that, just to let you guys know. So if you're feeling a little bit like, what the hell, this is where I'm supposed to be going, or like, oh, it's not working out, then you are going to be getting some sort of message or a download or a feeling coming from the universe just telling you that wasn't the right path. Like, just maybe how you were doing it, or maybe just the way that you were going to go down, or the people that you were going to be surrounded by. Nah, they didn't like that for you, because they want you to be surrounded by love, which is a very lovely card to have out from this deck, which says, as an affirmation here, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And they also want you to be surrounded by abundance, which is another great card to have, which is, I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. So one thing I'm just going to say is, if something didn't work out, you can still manifest whatever you like. New beginnings, glow up here, just changes here. But maybe you were doing it with the wrong people. Every divine detour is always like, they always say rejection is God's protection, you know. And I'm kind of getting a sense that the way, whatever you got rejected from, or whatever didn't work out for you, just wasn't the right time, wasn't the right thing, wasn't the right path. So they're sending you to something better here, and it doesn't mean that you can't manifest anything, but it's just saying that maybe what you were manifesting wasn't good enough, or wasn't right enough, or maybe this wasn't what you were manifesting, because the outcome of this with the not for you card, because this is what I'm talking about here, may have required some sort of sacrifice, meaning not anything crazy, don't worry, but maybe getting into a certain relationship may mean that we have to sacrifice parts of ourselves, or getting into a certain career may mean that we're going to sacrifice our time and energy for the wrong company, like, or the wrong idea, you know. So it's just about understanding that there is a reason why they protected you from this. All right. And you will be receiving some message soon, and this is what they say with the poised, get ready, because something amazing is coming in. So you're being shown something better. That's really the imagery that I'm seeing coming up for you. But let's carry on pulling cards for you, Cancer. Current energy. Thank you. Okay. Now, there may be some nostalgia coming through here. From the past. This could be past people in general. This could be a past relationship. Now, something ended with this person. This could be a fire sign. Doesn't have to be. This is someone who could definitely be very extroverted. All right, someone who likes to be center of attention, with the Queen of Wands. I'm just getting a sense here that something ended with this person. If there's any temptations to go back, or you're feeling a little bit stuck on this, just understand that this is just something to do with the mind. With the Ten of Swords, I do see it's ended. Six of Cups is just a past energy. Again, maybe this person is lingering, maybe they are reaching out and messaging you, but because we have the Not For You card in this, I'm just going to say that if this message is coming through from this person, it's up to you what you want to do. But when we have the Eight of Swords, feeling stuck on this, feeling like maybe we can't be happy without this person, if we just take the blindfold off, you actually see that there is happiness away from this, okay? If you understand your self-worth, okay? And the Empress is a lot better to manifest in than a Queen of Wands, all right? Of course. Anyways, now, for others of you, this may be a part of yourself that you're missing, because some of you may feel like, I was more confident, or I was more this, I was more beautiful, I was more outgoing, or I was more like flirtatious, whatever it is. Because the Queen of Wands, if this is you, then she has a sense of mystery. She's very playful, she's very fun, she's very positive. So some of you may be feeling like you're not as positive anymore. What I'm going to say is that something may have happened in your life that was very, very difficult for you to process. Some of you could even be thinking of childhood memories. All right, one thing I'm going to say is don't compare yourself to this. With that Eight of Swords being there as well, and this kind of perspective is just saying, by thinking this way, some of your thoughts could actually be keeping you stuck in a situation that you don't want to be in, or in a feeling, or in a mind state that you don't want to be in. And it's probably what's stopping you from achieving actual happiness, which is just behind you. If you took the blindfold off, if you came out your head and understood that happiness can be achieved now, but what we need to stop doing is repeating a past narrative, or comparing ourselves to people, or comparing ourselves to the past, or saying if we just had this person in life, then it would be easier. All right, just a little bit here saying that you are your own oracle. Don't know why they're saying that, but there we go. Meaning that you hold the power. You can bring yourself happiness, you can bring yourself love, you can bring yourself abundance. Whatever is lost can be returned, all right? Whether it's happiness, a sense of self. But because we had the Empress coming through as an alternative to this Queen of Wands, you're going to come back better than ever. You know, you're going to come back with happiness, with abundance. That's what the Empress is about. And she's also about love. So you guys will be embodying in more of this Empress energy. So this past to you still lingers in your memory, and that's absolutely fine, but you're becoming a better version. This is a very youthful energy. The Empress is very young still, like in my eyes, but she's got more wisdom, you know, she's got more experience in life. So that's really what it comes down to. All right, doing things that make you more confident will be very important for you. Okay, I'm just feeling like, yeah, it can be hard when you've gone through the Ten of Swords, and sometimes it can bring about some like inability to want to do things or to be around people. The King of Swords coming through here is a bit of like, maybe you've been in a bit of survival instincts here, of like kind of being quite not cold with people, but maybe that's how people view you, because you are very like selective on who you let in. Maybe you are very focused on self. and kind of feeling hermit energy here. Now, because this is coming through with the Six of Swords, this is kind of like survival mode. You've come away from something very toxic. You've come away from something very difficult. And even if this happened ages ago, you could still be in this energy because you're still moving away from that. This is a journey at the end of the day, especially depending on what you went through. It can be very difficult and very timely for some people to really come out from that energy. So you are moving towards it. Maybe this Empress energy, if you're wanting to come out that cold energy, or that survival energy, you know, of like you know, it's very hyper focused on self, not very trusting in people, not allowing people to come into your life, if that's that energy, or not feeling confident in trusting people and comfortable with people. One, maybe they're not the right people. Number two, I think focusing on this Empress energy will really help you be more open, like this Poised card, but open to the right things. Anyway, it's a very interesting story we're getting here. So don't feel guilty about it. That's one thing I want to say, all right? You have the Magician coming through, which is speaking of your ability to manifest anything you like. But this comes from a sense of belief, of course. We have to be able to believe it within ourselves, that we can do it, which is why this lovely affirmation could be definitely one that you might need to hear this week So repeat it. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. I'll put it in the comments if you like, just to reaffirm it. But this ace, I always call it an ace because it's the number 1 in the deck, but there's infinite amount of things that you can manifest in this life. We just need to be specific on it. We need to make a choice when it comes down to it. All right. And then we need to be open to it, because when we're open to it, even just a bit of curiosity might help. This is where we get that new beginning. All right. So, what else can I see? For some of you, if this is love and having a loving connection, I do see that you're going to be able to manifest this. All right. Or it could even just be friendships or people in your life. All right. But 9 of Wands, you have been hurt by people. You have been hurt in love or in loving connections. So there may be some barriers that we might have to learn along the way when we manifest this in to let go of bit by bit. So I feel like there's a learning, and like I was going to call it an era. There's like a learning phase coming through in terms of your relationships. But this is for you to drop the guard a little bit for the right people, of course. You don't want to just let anyone in, and I understand that, but of course when it's the right people, it's nice to have some people around, and this is why we have that love there. Okay, anything else? It could just be a partnership, you know, for Cancer. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, or maybe you're manifesting everything, a little bit of everything. Nothing wrong with that, and also, yeah, it's completely possible. We have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So I'm going to talk about the Ace of Wands that we had, which was like a creative, passionate new beginning. So some of you could be getting yourself into some new hobbies, or again, maybe some new fiery energy, building a connection with somebody here on that level, like flirtatiousness, fun. You know, the thing that you thought you were lacking, you still have within you because you're comparing it to your past self. So you had that. And you're capable of getting it. But you also have truth coming through, and by the way, Ace of Swords is also victory, clear communication, being able to see through crap, and be able to have a good, you know, I'm going to say radar when it comes down to people. You'll be able to really understand who's the right people for you and who's not, and to be able to set healthy boundaries too. And you also have the Ace of Cups, which is love, and of course peace and unconditional love. So these are things that you're manifesting. Of course, we have to be very lenient on who we give our energy to and what we give our energy to. Pay attention to your daily routines. You have the Queen of Cups coming through, which is your energy, Cancer. Make sure you maintain your emotions. Not everything that we tell ourselves is 100% correct. It could come from, again, some traumas that you may have been through in the past, some devil energy that you may have been through in the past. Also, the devil is spreading fear, which is why it comes up in a reading as well, that sometimes we might attach ourselves more to negative things or negative perspectives emotionally, because we've seen that once upon a time someone treated us a certain way once upon a time. So we're comparing it to something or projecting it on something that may not be the case. So 6 of Pentacles is bring balance to a situation here, and especially with your emotions with the Queen of Cups. Make sure we're not giving to the wrong people who have this devil energy. In this time, I'm going to say, if you feel like that, this is not a time to fix people. This is not a time to overextend yourself. Place healthy boundaries, and all this is awareness and really kind of overcoming the courage, because I understand something I've been having to learn too, so that you can have healthy relationships, because this is what it should look like. All right, people who are not chained. There's no expectations like that. Maybe in past relationships, friendships, in your households, there may have been some very like toxic standards or very toxic connections here where you felt tied. There was no freedom maybe when it comes down to these connections. So I think you're changing something here, breaking the cycle of something here, which is good, because it will bring in some good things. You have wedding coming through. Some of you could find yourself going to a wedding here. You could be getting married. In terms of your love life, if you're with someone in particular right now, something flipped, let me find it. You definitely could be getting married to this person. It doesn't have to be now, but the wedding just says that this might be the person that you end up with for a long time. You have romantic feelings as well, so your feelings are real and worth exploring. Some of you may feel just a connection with somebody here, but you might be having to heal those family issues first, like we've been saying. So your love life your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And we kind of had that in the beginning, that kind of those kinds of messages in the beginning of the cards too, that we have to let our guard down. Just remember, this situation feels very different to what you witnessed growing up, or like what you've witnessed in the past. Here's someone new is entering a life. So if some of you haven't met this person yet, they're about to come in. This person could be involved with the law, but for some of you, if you've been dealing with contracts, you are going to be receiving some news when it comes down to this. All right. Someone new is entering your life. But for others of you, news is on its way. We did have the message in a bottle coming through. We have honor and respect will come to you, which is good. Some of you could be getting promoted of some kind or gaining some sort of achievement here. A key, successful outcome to your problems. Very nice. Which actually the crown and key looks very much like the Hierophant. It's got crown and keys here. So yeah, you guys could be getting accepted for something. Or you guys could be getting the keys to something this week. Or the key could just be an answer. Alright. Anyways, Cancer, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Hope this reading helped in some way. Apologies again for my lateness, but I really wanted it to be good quality and my system was down. But I love you. I will see you guys next time, okay?